because for the record anyway. But this is an amazing case. The case of John Thornley and young Hill. Now, Thornley's case is not so long because it was held here for various reasons. Basically, the Cheshire jail had been used as a war hospital. So this case takes part in Liverpool when it shouldn't have done. Thornley was 26 years of age. He had committed his offence in Macclesfield, where he had murdered his girlfriend. Now, the trial took place at Chester before Lord Justice Coleridge. The incident was at Macclesfield, where he cut the throat of his poor girlfriend, Frances. They'd been going out for 2 years and they were engaged. She broke off the engagement and she returned his engagement ring. She was upset. They were both upset by this. He became upset and was heard to use a phrase that I have heard in 280 of the cases that I've studied of the 20th century. If I can't have her, no one else will. My goodness me, that phrase appears so much. On the 12th of September, on the 18th of September, Frances' parents are away and have gone to the theatre. But they, fearing for their daughter's safety, have asked her to invite a friend, Mary Warren, to the house to keep charge of her, and so she's not on her own. However, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't know why the parents were not back by then, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Thornley breaks into the house and savagely attacks his former girlfriend, causing her savage and wicked injuries, from which, of course, she dies within a few hours. Warren is so petrified and terrified that she does not go into the room for several hours before she finds out what has actually happened, what has actually been done. However, plenty of people were able to identify Thornley, and the evidence of their relationship, of course, was a matter for the courtroom. He got in through an open kitchen window. There was no doubt about his entry into the house. She'd left a gaping wound to her throat. He was pretty happy to say what he had done. He almost seemed proud of it. A defence of temporary insanity was tried, but was, at that stage anyway, bound to fail because of the way he boasted about what he'd done and because of the threats he had been heard to utter when the relationship had broken down. He also left a note which was hardly arguable. Dear Ma and Pa, I told you I would kill or cure Frances. I have done it. I hope you will forgive me for breaking God's laws. Mr. Thornley, in that note, of course, signs his death warrant. There is no doubt about this. The trial was very short. It was wartime. The trial was extremely short. The evidence was almost total. He then tried, before he was arrested, he tried to jump into the nearby canal, but he'd been fished out from there and charged 2 days later. And then he denied all knowledge. Well, by then, it was far too late. And the doctors at the prison said he was totally sane, except he was completely beyond infatuation with this child, with this girl, and could never deal in his mind with the fact that in the end she had rejected him after the engagement. So he was hanged in a double execution with young Hill. Now, This case is unique, this next case.